is our 5th day in our 25 days of Christmas, and I wanted to talk to you all about the census that occurred when Jesus was born. And I know that's kind of a difficult word, so I made a little fun presentation for us to talk about it. So let me show you kind of what I had in mind. I'm going to share my screen and let's get started. So what is a census? You may have heard that word. It kind of sounds like an adult word, but it does apply to when Jesus was born. But very simply, it's just counting people. So counting as many people as you can. Usually countries do this individually. But when Jesus was born, this guy is named Augustus Caesar, and he was the Roman emperor at the time when Jesus was born. He ordered this census to be done because the Roman government wanted to make sure that everybody was paying their taxes correctly. So here's he's saying everyone needs to be counted. So he orders this census to be done. And taxes is the reason. So we have some coins there to remind us. So here's the Roman Empire, and this is the entire area where they were looking to actually collect these taxes. So all of those countries represent the Roman Empire. So it's a really big area. So all of these areas, most of the people could stay where they were and be counted, except for an area called Palestine. And this is where Jesus was born, this general area. Here's Bethlehem. So in these areas, you had to actually go back to where your family was from. So if you think of like your grandparents, all of these people had to travel back to like their family origin home. So they had to walk all the way from the Nazareth, which is the start, to, there's Mary and Joseph walking all the way to Bethlehem. There's their finish line. So you would have to walk. Very pregnant Mary had to walk that whole distance so that they could get the census done correctly. They were just trying to follow the rules. So that's a 70-mile journey, and that walk would have taken like 2-3 days. So in our terms, imagine that you put on your walking shoes, your running shoes, and you walked out your front door right now and you walked to Dubuque from Cedar Rapids. Can you imagine? This is what that would look like. Look how far that is. It says 23 hours, 14 minutes, and that's if you walked nonstop. So of course it would take longer than that because you'd probably have to take a rest and you'd have to eat and you'd have to sleep. So that's why it would take so long to walk that distance. So in America, obviously, we do not do that anymore. I don't think anywhere on earth does it anymore where you have to go back to your family origin. But how the census is done today is you can actually stay put where you are in your house and you're counted that way. So every single person is counted. And I actually have a fun little example here. I'm going to put a link in the comments. This is a fun activity you can do that kind of talks about how the census works today. So we do it every 10 years. Every single person is counted. So this kind of walks you through what that would look like. I'm going to put that link in the comments, but here, I'll stop sharing my screen. All right. Well, I hope you enjoyed that, and I hope that we continue to kind of talk about more things in the future. We have so many different fun topics planned, and I know that that guy, Augustus Caesar, he's going to show up in another lesson, so hopefully we're paying attention. Thanks, guys. Have a good night.